So Bitcoin is climbing, and it's climbing really well. And in order to get some context, we will need to watch this first.
First of all, let me highlight the fact that the stock is down about 10% right now on roughly 4 million shares of after-hours volume. The earnings and revenues actually came in better than expectations. Earnings per share coming in at $1.23. Expectations were for 85 cents per share. Revenues coming in at $1.21 billion. The expectation was a hair below $1.15 billion. But it was the deposit numbers, as we spoke about this past hour, that are getting a lot of the attention right now. Overall deposits at the end of this last quarter, as of March 31st, were $104 billion. That represents a almost 41% decline in deposits over the $176 billion that we saw at the end of December of last year. That $104 billion was also below the analyst estimates, calling for roughly $145 billion as of this past quarter end. It's also important to note that $104 billion they report factors in the 30-some billion dollars that was put in by the consortium of large U.S. banks to help shore up the deposit base at First Republic.
So another bank having issues, nothing new, but it's enough to be an event to move the market in the favor of crypto, of course. Another bank, First Republic, has seen the shares plummeting, as we can see in the chart, and this is because of the sell-off caused by the lack of deposits. So not really lack of deposits, but not meeting the actual normal targets for deposits in the bank. Well, this was also caused by the earnings report that came also. So maybe it would be a good idea to watch the biggest banks in the US, watch for their earning reports and see possibly how they can correlate with the future price of Bitcoin, right? So first of all, this was the catalyst for yesterday's move. As you have seen in the previous charts, they have been correlated pretty much 100%. The drop in FRC and the rise in Bitcoin. Bitcoin that is more or less plotting a double bottom right here, and has broken the previous candle highs over the last 17 bars. So we can see that we have a change of character here, a real confirmed change of character in this area right here, and we are now sitting at 28,700. 28,700. We have rallied all the way up to 28,800, and we have an interest zone right here. We have a small order block that acts as a resistance. It did its job until now. We have some other small order blocks on the way. The main interest for the upside target would be this one right here, which is situated at 30K. Most obvious order block to be considered as a target. But hold on, guys, we are not done yet. Maybe this is just a false move caused by the event that happened yesterday. I frankly think that this needs to be flipped in order to consider longing again. Longing now on Bitcoin can be really, really difficult, and the risk-reward ratios are not that good. We can see that we have another supporting order block formed right here in this area. So support right here, and if we don't hold this whole structure, we are heading lower. So it's a difficult choice to long right now. You can scalp long if you get perfect entries. However, entering here yesterday, before knowing the context, before knowing that First Republic Bank has issues and that people are going into crypto, they are fearing banks and they are going into crypto. This is very good for crypto, all in all, you know. But entering right here would have been kind of risky. That's why we didn't enter in any way on a long here. even though we have seen, we knew about the support that was going in this area, the break of structure on the downside could have also happened. That's why we chose to not post anything related to longs. We do have a short on Bitcoin going on right now with a stop loss that is situated around this level right here. And we will let it run. We will let it run. If it gets invalidated, that's it. We move on to the next one. As I said, I'm not pretty sure about longing right now. We do have a very, very good catalyst indeed, but we need to flip this level. We need to have a daily close that is positive, and then we can reassess. However, we can project posting longs on altcoins, because after this move, we might see a rejection on Bitcoin and maybe some range between these two levels, or maybe some range between even these two levels right here. If we see a range, something like this, this would allow the altcoins to move, and we are going to make our moves there first. Of course, with more percentage gains possible, or losses. So this is just a quick overview of why the current move on Bitcoin happened. It should be very, very clear. There's no mystery behind it. It's just the banks that are increasing the fear in the market, and people are placing their assets more and more into crypto, which is good for us. So this is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.